We're going to take you back now to one of the top stories we've been following today. The M23 rebels in the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, saying they're going to end their fight. Our correspondent Malcolm Webb is on the line now from Chanzu, which is near the city of Goma in the eastern part of the country. Malcolm, what are you hearing from the rebels there?
Well, the rebel army, we've just arrived here with government troops, and we're at what was the rebels' headquarters. It's on the top of a hill, and they're gone. They've fled. There's some lots of things that they've left behind. That seems to be firmly in the hands of the government troops. And here we are, actually standing right outside the house of General Makenga. He was the commander of the M23 rebels. Apparently, he was here just last night, and last night fled with the last of his men. The Congolese soldiers here tell us that his driver fled and surrendered to the Congolese forces, and they say he says that Makenga has fled to neighbouring Rwanda, which is just a very short distance from here.
When they say that they are seeking to pursue their goals through political means, what are the goals that they're trying to attain?
Well, ever since the rebellion began, there's been widespread allegations from the UN and from Congo and other commentators that the rebels were backed by neighbouring Rwanda and Uganda, and it was widely believed that they were trying to take territory and then negotiate on behalf of their backers to gain influence in the North Kivu province. And if that's the case, well, both countries denied supporting the rebellion, but if that was the case, then they've basically now got absolutely nothing left to negotiate with. Congo's basically taking firmer and firmer control of the territory that's within its own borders.
And this fight, Malcolm, you've been covering it quite extensively. It's been going on for around 20 months. Why? What's been the impetus that sparked this victory, if indeed it is a victory, right now?
Well, I think, as far as I understand, two key things have changed. Firstly, at earlier stages in the conflict, several times M23's numbers and their armaments seemed to increase significantly, suggesting that they were getting foreign support. The events of the recent weeks would suggest that that's stopped. The US and the UN have been putting a lot of diplomatic pressure on Rwanda to stop the support that they say they're providing for the rebels. And the recent depleting numbers of soldiers and the kind of weapons they were firing basically just got smaller and smaller, suggests that their supply lines had run out. The other thing that's changed is a significant reorganisation of the Congolese army. This only place 18 months ago when this rebellion started, then typically Congolese soldiers would just flee as soon as they were fired on. They weren't paid, they were hungry, they looted a lot, they weren't fed. But now they're getting food and water every day. The soldiers here are getting paid on time, so the looting is much less. And even when we were on the front line with some of them the other day, every unit that's fighting gets rotated out every couple of hours. So that really helps to keep morale up and everyone's in danger for long at a time. That with a couple of new and relatively well-trained and competent commanders who were appointed seems to have kept balance and made a difference.
Malcolm Webb there reporting from the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo as we get news that the M23 rebels that have been fighting government forces for the best part of 20 months will lay down their arms, saying they'll pursue their goals through the political process.